Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Shabana Osman presenting to you the second episode of our Overwhelm series. In today's topic, we're going to discuss about overwhelm and parenting. And this is a very common thing that especially mothers experience. So what happens? What is overwhelm? Overwhelm, as indicated in our previous episode, is where you feel you have too much to cope with. Yeah, and what happens when you feel you have a lot to cope with, you think you can't manage. And when you feel you can't manage, it takes you to a state where you feel overwhelmed. And in such a situation, what happens is you are likely to have a reaction. And that's what normally you need to manage. So you need to manage your emotions, you need to manage your reactions, and let's deal with an example practically. So for example, which is very common with what we've experienced, is mothers normally get overwhelmed early in the morning. You'd find that your children have to go to school, and at the same time they are trying to get ready for school. They are dressing up. On the other side, you are struggling to get the breakfast done, and you find your children one after another either is taking too long in the bathroom, or they are not dressing up fast enough, or you yourself, you're trying to fix a meal for them for breakfast, and you find the children are telling you, I don't want this, I don't want cereals, I don't want this. So it becomes overwhelming for you in that moment. So how do you then manage all that overwhelm? The reality of things is, you'd find in that state of affairs is you have to pre-plan yourself. So what you need to know is you need to go back to the reality of how is it your morning starts. Because if you get overwhelmed, there's a likelihood that you will lash out at your children. You will be screaming at them. If a child tells you, I don't know where my bottle is, or I can't find my uniform, what will be your reaction if you are in a state of overwhelm? You automatically will react at them. And what will happen? Your day will go bad, and so will your children. So every morning you are overwhelmed, your children are overwhelmed, and all around you there's overwhelm, because continuously from morning to morning you have that feeling, and it will go along your whole day. You will be in that state, and you will live with the guilt that I reacted at my children. Why didn't I manage my emotion? But the simple thing is to go back to analyze what is it can you do right, yeah, for the next morning. You could pre-plan their uniforms, you could have the breakfast ready partially, you could agree with them what they will have for breakfast, and make set rules for some basic strands of what will happen. You could actually observe your children on how long they take to dress up, because some are fast, some are slow, and every child is unique in their own way. But the only way you can help your children is if you are able to start planning yourself, you're able to manage your mind, you're able to manage your emotion, so that when the morning comes, you are very organized, very strategic, your children are guided well, and you are all able to calmly be able to prepare yourself for a wonderful day, rather than looking forward to a day where you start with a state of overwhelm. So get in touch with us so that we can assist you become that thriving mother, and you can manage your children better. Assalamu alaikum.